This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Good afternoon, Philippines. You're watching the Business Portal, your gateway to health, beauty, trends, and opportunities. I'm your host, Dr. Jancen for What's Up, Doc? What a hot afternoon because it's summertime again, and of course it's an election fever already on May 9, 2016. And of course, before that, I would like to introduce you my new co-host because Dr. Lau is on leave. So we got a lady co-host. Her name is Miss Camille Jensen Hero.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Yes,
Doc. Good
Camille.
afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great.
And she
Very
is one
great.
of the hosts. She is a TV host, a writer, and eventually might be at What's Up, Doc.
Tingnan natin.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Offer na ba yan?
Of course. Yeah, it's a contract already. It's a
Okay.
signed contract. So,
Alright, gusto natin yan.
how are you?
I am great. Medyo mainit nga. Medyo
I
mainit.
know.
Kaya
So, what do you
kailangan
do in life? I
mag-hydrate
mean,
palagi.
what keep you busy this
Still doing
summertime
events. Yeah,
events?
still doing events. May mga clients tayong pinagsusulatan ng mga statements.
Okay. Yes, and do you know that we have a
Speaking
senatorial
of campaign season, diba?
senatorial candidate,
Joining us
a
today.
person who has advocacy. Yes, and he doesn't need so much introduction.
Yeah,
no?
someone I'm very interested in.
Yes, I'll give you the
anong-
pleasure to
yeah.
introduce our guest.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, napaka-interesante, tama ba?
Interesado. Oh,
ng
interest,
ating
yeah.
guest ngayong hapon. Isa po siya sa mga batang senators na
There you
tumatakbo.
go.
At least for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Senatorial number 7
Number
sa balota,
7, yan.
Mr. Greco Belgica. Did I say it
Hi,
right?
Camilla.
Okay.
Hi, Doc. Maraming salamat po for the
Good
invitation.
afternoon.
And to all our viewers, maraming salamat po at magandang araw sa inyo lahat.
Yes.
Okay,
A
from
bit-
which party?
I'm with the PDP. I'm with Mayor
PDP?
Duterte.
Okay, there you go.
So you always with the mayor, huh?
Yes, sir.
But you are from Manila?
Yes, I'm from Manila po.
And
I'm former councilor.
I've read some of the resume that you are a consular of Manila way
Counselor.
back 2004 to 2007.
And then you ran for Senate.
I ran for Senate.
And he is also a pastor.
He is a pastor.
Yes.
That's why there are many things that I want to ask you later.
Yeah.
About we start, do you have a question in mind now?
Yeah, lady, after being a senator, what happened?
If
I mean, after being a consular.
Oh, well, sa totoo lang, sa amin po kasi, my dad killed our appetite for power and position.
Right. Your dad's name is
Greco Butch Bellica.
Butch Bellica,
Yeah,
a very
second,
popular
yeah.
Butch Bellica. Yeah.
God changed him, from a very, he has a very colorful life. He's our
Right.
pastor.
Oo.
So, we do this because we want things to change. And we want to uphold the crown rights of Jesus Christ.
That's true.
The only way that this nation will be free, safe, is that if we begin to follow the laws of God and get rid of corrupt politicians, corrupt laws, pork barrel system,
Yeah.
patinuin natin ang ating kalsada, ang mga pulis, ang mga politiko, halo-halo na sa sindikato.
Correct.
So we need justice, implement justice, apply the law, to build a better future for our children.
Speaking of PDAF, it has been declared unconstitutional, but we still have it.
Yeah, it's true.
Hindi pa siya nawawala. Nandyan pa rin yan.
Yeah.
What is the next step for you? We have declared it unconstitutional. What's the next step?
Okay, I'll give a little bit of clarification. I filed for the abolition of the pork barrel system, among which is the PDAF, not only the PDAF.
Where did you file it? Sa
in the
Senate?
Supreme Court po.
Supreme Court.
And the Supreme Court said it's
It is,
unconstitutional.
Unanimous decision 14-0, the pork barrel system, PDAP and DAP was declared unconstitutional. Dahil ito ang root ng korupsyon at pinagnanakawan ng mga politiko.
Right.
Okay,
Kailan ito?
that was 2013.
2013.
This was only like 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
2013.
But we
Then
still have it.
what happened to you, the case you filed?
Okay, we won the case unanimously 14-0, pero imbis na alisin, lalo pong dinagdagan ng gobyernong ito.
Lumaki
Okay.
ang budget nila.
Lumaki ang pork barrel.
But before PDAP, it was named
CDF.
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 Yeah. And it was changed to PDAP. And baka lang pinalitan ng pangalan ng PDAP.
Yeah po, ang PDAP at CDF are legislative pork barrel. Ang sinasabi natin, pork barrel system that includes the presidential pork barrel, which is half of the budget.
Oh.
The PDAP po is only 1% of the budget. Yun yung pinaghahati-hatian ng mga senador at congressman.
Okay.
Ang pera, pag pinidaf mo, pag pinork barrel mo, ibig sabihin nun, paghahati-hatian nyo lang yan.
Right.
Kaya naka-pork barrel yan. Okay.
And you're talking how much of that amount?
You know, today our budget is 3.02 trillion. Oh, pork barrel, presidential pork barrel is 1.5 trillion pesos.
No.
That is a
Wow.
lot.
Yeah, ibig
I want to be
sabihin,
a
Where
president.
are you going to spend that?
yeah, ibig sabihin, even
Yeah.
if you give 1 million family or 1.5 million families, 1 million pesos each to start up their business, give them land, you still have another 1.5 trillion pesos to run all the projects, pay all of the empleyado. It all goes to corruption. That's why, if I become senator, what's next? You know, tinatanong mo kami.
Yeah.
You know, ang sabi po kasi ng Supreme Court, imbestigahan lahat. So ako po pa-account ko lahat ng
As
pork
far
ba-
back as
1991.
1991.
Wow.
That is
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of money, huh?
Lahat talaga. You know, if you want to change this nation, you have to start with corrupt politicians. You have to get them out of the way. You know, there are senators running who has been there in politics for 2 decades, in the Senate, for 2 decades.
Baka sobrang mahal lang nila yung
Pork
yung
barrel.
bayan.
Yeah.
Gusto mag-serve.
If you've been in the Senate, in one position, for so long, for 20 years, wala na ho kayo pasang bagong bill dyan. Refile ka na refile dahil it will not take you 1 term to file everything that you have in mind if you really have a vision for your nation.
Yeah.
Unless you're just there to get your pork barrel and PDAP and wala ka na siguro alam na trabahong gawin. And 24 years, ano pa ipapasa mo? Ako, 1 taon lang lalatag ko lahat. Kasi alam ko ang gagawin eh. Pababa natin ng buwis. We will run after these criminals and corrupt politicians.
Yes.
It is gonna be really hard kasi ang dami mong babanggain kasi lahat ng makakalaban niya malamang nasa posisyon din. Sino ang best person na magtitingin yan? Kasi COA should be giving you guys the papers,
Plus,
the documents.
one thing more, during the Senate, it has to be for a vote, and you're only a 1 vote, just in case.
You know, wala akong imposible, unang-una. You know, when I fought against the pork barrel system, PDAP and DAP, I filed against the President, the Senate, and the Congress as a whole.
Wala kang death threat before?
Hindi mo na papansinin yan. Papansin mo yun, wala ka pang magagawa. No?
Problema lang.
You know,
Senator
sabihin ko lang,
Belgica, we have some video from outside that we got it from the street. We have some questions from our constituents. Can we play it, the video?
My question is, the Senate have approved the third and the final reading of the Comprehensive Nursing Law of 2015,
nursing
which
naman.
for us nurses is such a great development. But in line with this, also initiates the formulation of the AIPO, which we are clamoring and which we are against about. If you were to be elected, what's your opinion about this, and what will you do to improve the said law for our nurses? Thank you.
Okay. Well, you know, I have to admit I have not read the law.
Yeah.
Pero I know the situations. Our nurses are all leaving the Philippines because there's no opportunity here.
Correct.
You know, that's a big problem. Why? Again, it all boils down to corruption. Hindi ka makapagtayo ng mga ospital na mga ganda, hindi ka makapagbigay ng magagandang services dahil lahat corner ng gobyerno. You know, so what do we do with that? You know, we have to allow businessmen to do business and not, you know, hold them up to permits, to ano nung tariffs.
Daming red tape
Ng red tape, and you have to open up opportunities for them to borrow money so that yung mga mga workers natin don't have to leave the Philippines but stay here and work here and make money here. 3 trillion pesos, Doc, for 100 million Filipinos mean that even if you give 30,000 pesos to every Filipino kasama sanggol, this government will still hold 20 million pesos in excess. Now, at an average of 5 persons per family, if that means 150,000 per family, bigyan mo ng lupa, turuan mo magtanim, tulungan mo maibenta yung pananim, wala nang mahirap sa Pilipinas maliban sa tamad. But that 3 trillion pesos will all go to politicians. I'm not promoting whoever, but President Ferdinand Marcos only spent 400 billion pesos for his 20-year term and built all the superhighways, built all the monuments,
during
the
the
power
time.
plants, during his time, the LRTs and the MRTs.
Yes.
400 billion pesos. This government, the Pinoy administration, after he steps down,
In
would
6 years.
in 6
6
years,
years term.
6 years in term.
would have spent almost 12 trillion pesos. Wala naman
That
tayo.
is a lot.
Wala naman tayong nakitang bagong kalsada, superhighway, wala naman tayong power plant na nakitang bago. In fact, wala nga tayong MRT, LRT na nakita. Nakita lang natin bagon, bulok at sirapa.
Yeah, the previous project right now ongoing is because of the previous administration.
Yeah. So,
It's just
what I'm saying,
continuity.
that shows us how much corruption has gone from then till now.
Yeah.
Now, all this money in the hands of politicians must be allowed to stay in the hands of people. Ibig sabihin, kung ipo-pork barrel mo rin naman ang pera ng buwis na binabayaran namin, wag mo na lang kunin sa amin yung pera namin para meron kami pang healthcare, pang education namin, pang investment. At ang pera hawak ng tao, hindi ng gobyerno.
You were talking about the 10% tax. Tell us more about that.
Okay, the 10% flat tax, the flat
Flat
rate
tax.
tax. Yeah, the flat rate tax talks about one tax, wala nang iba.
That's it.
Yeah, a simplified system of taxation, wala nang iba. Everybody pays
Wala,
flat
so,
rate.
Even the
wala
lower
wala nang
earners.
Everyone.
Yeah.
You make 1,000
Whatever you
pesos.
buy, 10 plus 10%.
No.
whatever
Whatever
you
you
earn.
make.
Oh, okay.
The 10% flat tax will abolish all kinds of taxes. Aalisin niya ng IVAT na nagpapataas ang ating presyo ng bilihin. Kaya yung naglagay ng IVAT, yung nag-propose ng IVAT, huwag niyong iboto.
Nako.
Yung senator, kasama dyan si Senator Marrojas. Secretary, IVAT yan, kasama sa alam mo na yung pataas ang presyo ng bilihin. Aalisin nyo lang pong IVAT, bababa sa kalahati ang presyo ng bilihan natin. Kuryente, pagkain, tubig, lahat. IVAT. Kasi, double taxation, multiple pa actually. Siningil ka na sa kinita mo, sisingilin ka pa sa kada gastos mo.
Oo.
Okay, the flat tax will abolish the IVAT. It will abolish the real property tax, $1 milyar. Why are we paying for something we already bought?
Own, yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy. Now, it will only leave a 10% flat rate tax. The flat tax is being done by all of the biggest and strongest and wealthiest nations all over the world. Russia, China, Hong Kong has been in flat tax since 1947. The Middle East, Europe, they're all in flat tax. Doon sa lugar po nila, maraming pera ang tao kasi people are able to keep what they work for.
Right.
Pero hindi ba tayo bababa ng budget?
Hindi. Kasi doon sa lugar din po nila, because saka flat tax, everybody's paying the right taxes. So, lumalaki
So
rin.
more people
Right.
are paying their taxes, hindi nandadaya tuloy yung mga tao.
Hindi makakadaya eh.
Okay, there's a question here regarding your campaign strategy. As a new player in this coming election, what is your campaign strategy?
Like, you have to hit the media. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have money for media, so I go to interviews, I go to press conferences, I hit the Facebook a lot, the Twitter
Yes.
a lot. I go around with the mayor for the big rallies. Pero yun lang po
Have
yun.
you been going
All over
around
the
the whole
Has been
country?
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him lagi nasa likod ni Mayor Duterte.
There's another question from Catherine Tatiles of Caloocan.
This was
Assuming the
emailed to us.
elections are rigged, will you accept the results? If no, what will you do and what do you think should be done? Will you call upon the military to get involved and defend the integrity of our political situations?
You know, I've been doing this for the last 3 years. I've been going around the Philippines together with my group, talking about both the pork barrel and the PICOS fraud. Dinadayo of the living figures. In fact, we've reached we won our case in the Supreme Court to allow that the receipts be issued.
Kasi
Right.
before, ayaw nilang magbigay na ng receipts, di ba?
Yeah.
Receipts. Now, Apat po yung security features na yan na sinabi ng batas na dapat meron ng PCOS machine. Yung ultraviolet rate, yung source code review, yung verified paper audit trail or yung resibo, at saka po yung okay, I forgot the other one. I missed it. Pero yung apat na yan, tinanggal po lahat ng COMELEC yan. Pinababalik natin. At because unless ibalik nyo po yung mga security features na yan, hindi bibilangin ng tama ang boto natin dahil the PCOS is for sale. So what do? We have to prepare, we have to guard our votes. The mayors, bantayan nyo po ang boto nyo. Dahil pag may nagbayad ng kalaban nyo, immaterial ang boto sa inyo ng tao dahil nakaprogram yan. Now, sa amin naman, sa partido namin, we have to do the same. We have to make sure na binoto sa PCOS o sa
Yun ang
BCN.
lalabas din sa receipt.
Bago i-transmit, titingnan natin yung receipt. Gaya na sinabi ng Supreme Court sa petition namin at i-compare so that we know kung dinaya or hindi. At pag nandaya sila, pakukulong natin sila.
How? I think that's a bigger
Baka mapuno
question.
ang
How?
mapuno ang ating kulungan.
Oh, wala na tayong space, Doc.
Anyway, another question, among the presidentiables, have you heard or seen anything that leads you to believe things will change if any one of them is elected?
No one else but Duterte.
Duterte.
Duterte is the only politician. Or the
Is
only
that baka naman dahil si
president
Duterte ay popular lang?
No. None of us wanted
This
to...
popularity can be converted into votes? Will it?
For him.
Yeah?
Diba?
Hindi, I've been with Duterte. Hindi pa siya sikat. And our proposals had been the same. Hindi pa po siya nagbabalak kumandida. In fact, ayoko nga kumandidato. Kasi alam ko hindi bibilangin ng boto.
Okay.
Pero nakita ko siya lumaban. Galit talaga ako sa corruption. Ayoko
Yeah.
talaga ng corruption. Dahil this is the only thing that is making this nation very poor is corrupt officials.
Yeah.
So, when there were news that he was gonna run, meron na naman kumakausap sa akin po may ibang partido. Hindi ba? Pero when he was gonna run, I said, sige, if he runs, I'm gonna give them a run for their money.
So you're for federalism?
Yes,
Federalism.
You are for death penalty?
yes. For heinous crimes, yes.
Heinous
For his
crimes.
crimes.
Pero kasi meron siyang program for rehabilitation, diba? What if underage heinous crime? Death penalty or not?
Sa heinous crime, heinous crime. We have to teach our family and father and children not to murder, not to rape, not to go into drugs or drug trade. Kasi walang sisinuhin yan.
Even
Pero,
15-year-old.
yung binaril ka ng 9 years old at binaril ka ng 30 years old,
It's the
parehas. Yung ni-rape ka ng 10 years old at ni-rape ka ng 35 years old, parehas yan.
Okay.
How about rehabilitation?
Rehabilitation.
Rehab. Okay. Sa batas po kasi, ang mga first-time users na minor,
Pwede.
rehab. Pero pagka,
Repeat offender na.
and you're an adult, bitay.
Okay.
Okay. How about political dynasties? What can you say about it?
Weird po yan, kasi may election. May election eh. Umikot ko kayo sa buong Pilipinas, yung masasabing political dynasty, hindi naman nananakot, hindi lahat. Nagtatrabaho sila. So how do you vote? How do you fight this? Through legislation? Yes, bawal sa Constitution, no choice. Bawal.
But you were elected by the
But you were
constituents.
elected.
Yeah.
So kung ito masasabi ko, sabi sa Constitution, walang political dynasty. So we have no choice. Walang political
What do you
dynasty.
mean by you saying dynasties? Ano ba ang relationship nito? Is it dapat kailan ba father or then son or daughters
That
or
has to be
Blood
cousins?
ba dapat?
O kailan ba may blood relationship? Baka naman third cousin na, political dynasties
Yeah, you
ba?
have to clear that out. Diba? You
Yeah.
have to clear, ano bang level? Meron
Yeah.
ba sinasabi nga second degree, ganyan, for whatever. But then, this is my advice to everyone.
Yeah.
Ayaw mo na political dynasty, gusto mo pagbabago, lumaban ka at pagtrabahuan mo na makilala ka at
Yeah.
magkatiwala sa iyong tao.
Exactly.
Any proposal para labanan natin ang dynasty?
The youth has to stand up and read history and the Constitution and begin to love this nation once again. The fathers have to teach their children to love God and country if we want patriotic Filipino people to bring this nation up. That's how to do it. Ano, papatayin natin mga political dynasty, palalayasin natin. Naglilingkod, nagpapaboto, sabihin mo na namimili ng boto, pero binebenta nyo naman ang boto nyo eh.
Oo nga.
So, how do you stop it? You have
Is
to
it-
raise...
Ngayon ba sa tingin mo magkano nabilihan?
Magkano?
Hindi, in your
Business.
experience, kasi you've been there, you've been in politics.
Jesus lang ho. Hindi ako namimili ng boto. In fact,
Yeah.
sinasabi ko, ang mamimili ng boto, huwag niyong iboboto dahil ang mamimili ng boto, magnanakaw sa gobyerno.
Pero
Babawiin nila
tanggapin mo lang.
Hindi. Huwag mo rin tanggapin.
Ang sabi niya, tanggapin mo, pero iboto mo kung gusto mong iboto.
Hindi ako kalokohan yun.
Ah.
This is the time to stand up for what is right and
Right.
fight for what you
That's
believe in.
true.
Huwag mong kunin yung pera at tandaan mo yung nagbibigay ng pera magnanakaw sa gobyerno.
Exactly.
It's business eh.
Bawi, no?
Maglalabas ka ng
Babawi.
pera, kailangan bawiin mo yung pera mo. Diba?
Ito
Tayo
pa,
yung
is it
mga
our last question for this segment. Do nation's problem defy easy solution? Some people say you've got to be a little mad to want to become a senator, especially at a time like this. What makes you want to go to this job as a senator? And what makes you feel more qualified than anybody else? Is there anything concrete you would like to do and believe you can do for your own country? Or is it simply an ego trip, being a senator?
So maybe I'll just talk about what I've already done.
Okay.
Yeah.
In 2013, I ran for senator and I said that if I win as senator, I will abolish the pork barrel and the PDA and convert it to tuition vouchers for all students for any school. I didn't win, but I was able to abolish the pork barrel, the PDA, and the DAP. Now that the court said it is unconstitutional and directed every prosecutorial organs of government to investigate and prosecute all who abuse the pork barrel from 1991, imbis na alisin ang pork barrel, lalo pong dinagdagan. At imbis na imbestigahan and to hold people accountable, pinakulong lang yung tatlong kalaban ng kanilang administrasyon. Now,
All right.
how can things change when we allow the same people to remain?
That's
These
true.
are thieves. Yun ang sinabi ng... The decision means na unconstitutional yan, inabuso yan, ibig sabihin pinagnakawan yung pera ng taong bayan, kaya tayo mahirap at sobrang yaman ng mga politiko. Now you tell me, ego trip lang ito. Ayoko nga po nito eh, pero kung hindi ako
Gonna
lalaban,
speak up. Who will?
who will? And then, may nagsalita na the consequence of good people not running office is being governed by morons.
Oh.
Ako, 38 years. Ang hirap ng buhay dito sa Pilipinas, Abinabon.
You stated.
Yeah.
Tiniis ko na to. Ayoko nang manahin pa ng mga anak ko to.
You're 38 years old now.
Very young, no?
Very young to become a senator. Well, marami pa tayong itatanong kay Mr. Greco Belgica, number 7 in the Senate, in the ballot. And we'll be right back when What's Up Doc returns.
Natural lip nose lift. Cleavage by breast augmentation. Curves by liposuction. Non-surgical treatment of varicose veins. Jancen Cosmetic Surgery by Dr. John Seneca.